This was Ensaf's last resort. It's where she ran to after 2 of her sons were killed. As millions fled the Syrian regime, they found shelter in this corner of the country, outside the government's control. Now they're stuck in makeshift camps, trapped up against the border with Turkey, existing on help from outside.
عالشهر بتجي السلة، عالشهر بتجي السلة، إيه مليحة الحمد لله، الحمد لله رادي. هي والله إذا لا سمح الله راحت أشو، والله منموت.
The aid is brought in from Turkey. Just over the border, trucks are loaded with food, water and medicine. A UN agreement then allows them to cross into Idlib, which is controlled by rebel groups. Tomorrow, that agreement expires, and Russia, Syria's key ally, is reluctant to renew it. The UN says closing the crossing would be catastrophic.
Millions of people are going to suffer. Many lives are going to be lost. This is one of the most vulnerable civilian populations anywhere in the world. These are people who are trapped in a war zone. They depend entirely on this aid operation for their survival.
Nearly all the supplies that reach the northwest of the country come in through this one route. This could be one of the final convoys of aid that makes it through this crossing. 1,000 of these trucks go across the border every month carrying vital supplies, and that now includes COVID vaccines. This is an absolute lifeline for people in Idlib. For many, it's their only lifeline. If closed, the aid would have to come through Syria instead, across the front line of what's still a war. Last week, 6 children were killed in Idlib in shelling from the government side. At this hospital, medicines and supplies are already running low. There is no trust that the regime that has hounded them for so long will now come to their rescue.
We don't trust with the Syrian regime, which destroyed the medical facilities and killing the health worker. The attacks by Syrian regime and Russian forces killed hundreds of thousands of our people.
This is now a familiar story. Syria caught up in politics outside its own. And once again, it's the Syrian people's lives at play. Jean Mackenzie, BBC News, on the Turkey-Syria border.